Heyo friendos, welcome to an announcement. So I've had this idea bobbing around in my noggin for a bit now, and I figured the best way to do said idea is to, well, just do it. And yeah, I'm gonna do my best to explain this, because I'm not usually the best at words in general. Language is hard. But yeah. So, here we go. So yeah, there is a lot of stuff I want to do that I think would be fun, content-wise. And, most people would, I don't know, make a separate channel. Like, I know a couple of the people that I watch on here have a stream highlights channel, just a regular edited content channel. I know there's people that just do vlogs or just do food reviews, but I don't want to make more than one channel. So I had the idea to basically make several channels for the price of one, if that makes sense. You subscribe to the Cranberry, but get several channels worth of content, if that makes sense. So yeah, what I've done is I've went into my channel setting, or channel customization settings you see on the front page if you do YouTube. Not the front page, your channel page. And I have different named sections on my channel now, or categories, or whatever. Essentially just a multi-playlist place in my on my channel page. And each of those are different content things that I do or wish to do that I can't at the moment. So yeah. Up on my channel you see the banner art, which used to just hold the little Cranberry guy, but now, as you can see, it has different characters on it. Those represent channels that I would have made or have had in the past. So yeah, I'm going to explain each one, hopefully as short as I can, so I don't make this video too long. And yeah. Alright, so the first section on my channel is labeled The Cranberry. That's not going to change ever. I'm not going to change my name on YouTube either. But, that's just like my main content. I do gaming live streams. So, yeah. All that's going to be like right there. And, yeah. Not much will change there. Alright, so the next one is Taterbug, which originates from a nickname my great-grandpa gave me, which was Danny Tater when I was just a little baby. All the way up until, I was a kid when my mom started calling me Taterbug, so it just kind of stuck with me. It's been one of, my favorite nicknames I ever had. But yeah, that's just gonna be, vloggy type stuff, all my trips, the random stuff I've done with friends, whatever else I put on there, if I ever just be, talking to you guys about random stuff in a recorded session. But yeah. Taterbug. Up next we have Fluffnet, which is an incredibly shortened version of Sir Fluffy FX Network. An incredibly long name that I don't know why I did that. I'm not gonna lie to you. But essentially that's just gonna be all my edited game stuff. And yeah, that one's pretty self-explanatory, just editing game stuff. Alright, so up next is Blubnug, which is the name of the avatar, or icon, or whatever you want to call it, of my Dabbermash channel, which was a rebrand from Sir Fluffy FX. And yeah, so that's just going to be all my food stuff, like food reviews, and if I decide to do anything other than food reviews, I suppose, just food, because who doesn't like food? I like food. I'm fat. So, up next is Jolly Bugbear, which was a rebrand of Dapper Mass, because I thought it'd be fun to actually dress up a bit, and later, like, if you remember, I had the ears, and I colored in my nose, and I had the false teeth popping out, which got a little uncomfortable after a bit, so I decided to stop. But I used the name for a while after that. But the whole Jolly Bugbear era I had was essentially when I really started to get into like super short form stuff, like all my TikToks and all that. So that's where I put all my TikToks, my edited little meme bits that I've made for videos, and my trailers and announcements. It just made sense to just shove that there, since my trailers and announcements are relatively short. So yeah, there you go. Jolly Bugbear. Right, so yeah, the last section, it doesn't have any content in it, so you can't see it yet, but it's called Chunk Punchums. It's something I hope to add stuff to in the future. But what it is, like, okay, so I like making stuff. I like doing stuff myself. So if you haven't noticed, I make all my own thumbnails, I edit my own videos, I make my own channel art. But I like actually making things with my hands. I've made props in the past. Excuse me. And yeah. So it's just gonna be like DIY stuff, whatever I can think of. If it sounds like fun, looks like fun, I'm gonna try and make it without any help whatsoever. Just crash course into the chaos, essentially. And yeah. Which is really how I also play games. Just run in, and if I can't punch it, I'm gonna try and punch it anyway. But yeah. Chunk Punchums. DIY stuff. So yeah, that's the big idea I had. I do have plans for one more in the future, but I'm going to leave that a secret for you to never figure out, because I'm not gonna tell you. So yeah, hopefully I explained it well enough and didn't take up too much of your time. I know I tend to ramble, so sorry for that. But if you enjoy what I do and will do in the future, then please consider the button things that do stuff. And I will see you all next time. Baby bears. Ugh.